Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Looking to throw on second down. Shields. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Shields. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a second down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
To throw on second down. Shields. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake. Shields. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
First down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The numbers for Bryant last week, 18 carries, 121 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync. Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation. But I think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they're led out by their quarterback from Newport Beach, State in California, played at USC. It's Matt Barkley.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Barkley. And this one is incomplete. And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
David Johnson's play has forced us to talk about him as one of the premier running backs in the NFL. Good size, so he can run inside and break through some tackles. Also has excellent speed, so he can get to the perimeter, turn the corner, and make it into a big gain. But he also relies on the fact that he was a college wide receiver at one point, and they can utilize him both out of the backfield and in the slot back position in order to get downfield and catch the football.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shields. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
Back to throw. Shields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
However you measure DeForest Buckner, 6'7", 6'8", it really doesn't matter. He looks like a basketball power forward. And the one thing that he always focuses on and concentrates on is leverage. How does he drop his pad level so he can get down there and compete with the blockers of the NFL?
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Here's Barkley. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Brock Coyle coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. On 3rd down, Johnson. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Shields into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter play. So we played one quarter here on a Monday night. 3-0 is our score. Back to Glendale after this timeout. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Finding room inside the 40. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he fires one incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And now let's look at David Johnson. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now they try the right side here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Shields. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right there at the 43. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Set. Green 39.
On 1st down, Shields. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Set. Green 39. Green.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And now we see Bryant yet to pop up. Still down following that play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
On 1st and 10, Shields. And he rifles one incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot in the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
To throw on 3rd down, Shields. And that's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Well, the Cardinals bring pressure and they get home. It's blocked. Now it's picked up inside the 45.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe you've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from the desert after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, we'll send you to Orlando and Larry Ridley as he'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. But no touchdowns. These guys need to give Larry some touchdowns to talk about.
Things are too easy for him right now back in the studio. Come on, guys. Help the man out. Give him something to talk about.
On 3rd down, that's Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Throwing on 1st down. Shields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Throwing again. Shields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first down, Shields. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first and 10, Shields firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Back to throw now on second and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On third down, Shields. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go now.
On the give, this is their fullback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Let's look back now at this closely contested first half. Both the Cardinals and the 49ers haven't figured out yet how they're going to move the ball through the air. The defenses on both sides have kept points off the board, and it will be interesting to see if they can keep that up. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Down to the middle of the first. Defense will win the battle and get the sack. This ends up as a loss of 7. First and 10. Gardner's able to zero in on the QB here. This will go for a loss of 8. We move late into the second. Gardner's got the sack here. This ends up as a loss of 9. Do it from our EA Sports Studios. Now let's get you back out to Glendale as we check back in with Brandon Gott.
This is taken near the 13. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They go to Johnson again. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Back to throw. Shields complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without it.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football it's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. They'll look to throw here. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
To throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brock Coyle able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd down, that's Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Off play action. Shields. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Let's go.
From the gun, Shields. And that is incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. So out now come the Cardinals. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On third down, that's Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be fourth down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Niners on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Shields. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Finding some room at midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Back to throw. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Brock Coyle in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. This is taken around the 12. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Throwing on 1st down. Shields. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run help salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
First down. Shields throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
In the red zone this time. And he'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Gold is able to put it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but his 2nd field goal makes this now a 6-3 score.
And this would be the definition of winning ugly. Now you need to continue to ride your defense and hope that you can make this 4th quarter lead stand up.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He gets this one to Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down following the run.
Here we go now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
To throw on 3rd down. Shields. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice
don't
it
they?
all the time.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Cardinals on third down. The struggle has been real. They have had ample opportunities. They've yet to cash one in. This is 3rd and 17. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You
loved
the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Niners, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.